So let's see if it changes today. You know,
Well,
futures.
here's what you got to see today. It's very, very important. The SPX was up 22 yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? It was up 22. It's down. Okay? Last night it was up 22. If it gets up 23, we're going to rip and we're going to go, and the market doesn't care. And remember, the U.S. leads the other market. China and them don't lead the U.S. The U.S. leads the other markets. Okay?
They're down because of us yesterday being down.
Exactly. So just remember that. We are the undisputed leader. Okay? There are days that other market news impacts it, but we lead the other markets. Okay? And what you want to see is like Tesla was at 10.13, 10.14 after hours. Google was at 63. These numbers have to get through there at the start to be real. But then ASML's down 12. And ASML has earnings tomorrow. And if ASML says this one thing, this one statement will drop all of text and will drop semis. And that statement is, we only have neon left for 6 months or 9 months. They said they had come out a couple of months ago and said they had enough neon for a year. So now 9 months is about right. If they were lying to you about the year and they say 6 months, people are going to panic because that cripples the entire industry. So just know that. And then we see. And if this double ordering is all true and everybody cancels their chips, then the demand is way lower. Now, I don't necessarily see that, but I can see that because what I know is what happened back in 2001, 2002. Broadcom goes from 375 to 10. Texas Instruments goes from 95 to 7. It can happen. Okay, it can happen. I understand the years are different and more chips and all that, but it can happen. So just be open-minded. If you're open-minded, you will do great. Okay, good morning, everybody. 419. Stocks go up, stocks go down. We were way up last night, now back down, because the Bullard comments were taken as ridiculously bullish, and I don't think that they're ridiculously bullish. Okay? So then we see. Okay? He said maybe we do 75. Here's my opinion. Why not do 1%? Let the market go down 250 handles, 300 handles, and then say you're going to do another 50 or 1%, and you're done. You're done. That's like 6 months worth. So why wouldn't you be done? It doesn't make any sense to me, guys, to keep coming out here and saying stuff like he did and still not going to do anything about rates for another 4 weeks. Doesn't make any sense. Okay? And I'm all about sense. So then we see. Okay? So here's what you know, is if we go negative and we take out this 43.52, look out. We're going to really implode. And you got earnings coming. You got ASML coming. You got Netflix today. I don't see how Netflix can guide up. And they lost Russia. Now, here's the thing. If they lost more people in Russia, then watch Facebook. Because Facebook lost a ton of people in Russia, and they lost all the ad revenue from Russia. So why is Facebook not going to go way lower? But you got to see the action. If the Netflix action is bullish and the stock goes up, then Facebook probably not going to crater either. So just know that. Wait and see. One other thing here, right as we get going, if you don't want to play Netflix, and Netflix is very high, if Netflix drops 30 to 40, Roku's going to test 100. And the Roku 100s are only $1. And then they're going to be, 60 cents at open. So just know that, okay? If Netflix breaks, Roku can break. Now, if Netflix goes up, Roku's going to go to 0 on that. Or you could actually buy Roku down and Netflix up. Very interesting. And then one of them will cover the other one. Very, very interesting. So keep an eye on that. Okay, SPX right here, you need 44.21 up, 43.69, and then 43.52. NVIDIA, still strong, can't seem to break. 209, 209, 209. Okay, this will move tomorrow on ASML and then Lamb Research. Does it go way up or way down? Don't know. Then we see Avago, first real down day, moved back up yesterday, 572 down, 609 up. Lamb Research, 492 up, 431 down. CrowdStrike needs to get to 231. ZS starting to work lower again, needs to get to 242. PanW, look at this. It cannot hold 631. If every time PanW hits 631, you short it, you're up 6 for 6. 6 for 6. Okay? Roku, 116 up, 122 on a good Netflix number, 101.98 on a bad Netflix number. Amazon just sitting there at 3,000, 3,100. GME starting to work lower, 139, 131, 152 up. Snowman, 189, 209. Moderna looks completely broken. 131, 172. Shop held yesterday, went lower and then held. Then it came all the way back. Then it went back up. And now we see you got 569 down. 548 is a huge number on the downside, and 602 up. UPSC has no legs. No legs, no legs, can't move at all. But it's on the screen. Why? Because if they ever get good news, this is going to have a 30-point move. Now, I'm not saying they're going to ever get good news. I'm just saying if it does. Google, 2572 now. And Tesla, 1014.80. Going to give you a better number, 1014.80. And then 1022 and 1052. And then we see, and then we see, and then we see. That's what we know. That's what we know. So let's see. Comments, questions, basically talked about all those. Okay. Trade well, go slow. Huge chip news in the next 2 days. Let's see how it plays out. In theory, because we popped after hours, we should have rocked even more, and we're not. So keep an eye on that. Everybody have a great trading day. See you in chat.